Today we're talking about retirement and how to achieve your financial goals. Egan, Berger and Weiner LLC is an independent financial service firm that is experienced in all aspects of investment and retirement planning. Bryan Beatty is here, and he is a certified financial planner and partner at Egan, Berger and Weiner, and joins me now to talk about things that are money related. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for
and
having
helping
me.
us understand this. Now, there's so many people who are self-employed and don't really have the opportunities to put into their 401ks and whatnot. What's the best way to start saving and continue saving if you are self-employed?
Well, as a self-employed individual, you're responsible to take care of your own retirement. So one of the first things you want to do is establish a retirement plan. There are several types of plans you can establish. A simple IRA is an easy one to establish, a SEP IRA, and also a 401k plan. And contrary to popular belief, they're not as expensive or difficult to set up as people think they are.
And you've brought in some great graphics that help us really understand this. We're going to start with the 401k. There have been some changes on how much money you can put into the 401k. Tell us what we're looking at here in this graphic. I like all these zeros. That makes me feel like I'm going to have a lot of money when I retire.
Basically, these are the amounts that an employee can contribute from deferral, $17,000. If you're over 50, you get to do a catch-up, which is $5,500. And each year that's indexed for inflation. So next year the numbers are going up. As a self-employed individual, you could put up to $50,000 if you contribute profit share amounts.
Is it hard for self-employed folks to maintain this investment?
I think what's difficult for a self-employed person is that they're spinning plates and they're constantly solving problems in their business. And so a lot of times they don't take the time to do personal financial planning. And so this is kind of the thing they set up later after business is really humming. Then sometimes they take a step back and set the plan up. You should do it early, though. And that's the thing, is they need to act early.
And there are tax advantages, too. So if people are like, well, I'll wait when I have more money.
Absolutely. Well, it's pre-tax, so that helps lower your taxable income for the year, and it grows tax deferred. Of course, you do have to pay tax when you take it out in the future, but hopefully those are many years off. And tax deferred growth is going to help you accumulate the kind of money you're going to need for retirement.
And we always hear about IRAs, Roth IRAs, and now we're talking simple IRAs. You have another simple graphic to tell us exactly what a simple IRA is and how much money we can put in.
Simple is an acronym which stands for Salary Incentive Matching Plan. And IRA means it's an individual retirement account, so it's already in your name. And it allows $11,500 as a contribution plus a 3% match. And so if you're over 50, you get a $2,500 catch-up. Being older, they allow you to put more money away because they know you're getting close to retirement. But it's very low maintenance, doesn't have a lot of reporting requirements, and for many people, that's all they need to do.
It's called simple for a reason, right?
Yeah, it is.
Do you recommend that people max out on these things, that we should put in as much money as possible if we can?
Well, here's the way I look at it. You should do everything you can to minimize your taxes today. You should do everything you can to maximize how much money you put away for retirement. If you're not maxing these out, you have to have sort of a budget consultation with yourself and ask yourself, where's your money going? Because you have to take care of yourself in the future, and this is the best way to do it.
Okay, what about those Roth IRAs? We always hear about them.
Right.
What are they?
Roth IRAs are very similar to regular IRAs with one big difference. You pay tax on the money today before you put it in the investment. And in exchange for that, it's tax-free on the way out, as long as you meet some minimum requirements, like waiting 5 years and reaching the age 59 and a half. The beauty there is if you think taxes are going up, you'd rather pay tax on the money today to get a tax-free return in the future.
And this is what we're looking at here is traditional and Roth IRA. So these contribution limits are what we can look at for any IRA, if they are traditional or Roth?
Yeah, as long as it's an individual retirement account, not a simple IRA. What you're dealing with is one is potentially pre-tax, that's a regular IRA, but the limits are the same on both.
Okay.
So, and together you can only do the maximum. So if you did half in each, you'd still be restricted to $5,000.
Anything that we should be aware of when we're putting money into these retirement plans?
Well, you should be aware of your risk tolerance.
Okay.
When you make investments, you have to figure out what kind of investor you are. So don't just blindly place money in investments. Make sure you understand the risks of the investment you're involved in. And you can do more than just put them in the bank. You can also put them in stocks and bonds and real estate. A lot of different investments are available, but you get to figure out what's the right allocation for you.
Okay, so let's talk about how much money that we need when we retire. What's the magic number?
Well, that's the $64,000 question, right? And so the answer is it depends. It depends on how much money you live on, what your needs are, what your desires are, what kind of retirement you want to have. Once you know how much money you're going to need, and that's the first number you need to know, then you can figure out how much money do I need to save. And I'll give you one rule of thumb. I'm not a big fan of rule of thumbs, but a 4% withdrawal rate is a reasonable withdrawal rate. It's not the magic number, but it's reasonable. So whatever lump sum you save up, if you can take 4% out and that meets your monthly or yearly retirement income need and goal, then you're probably okay. But, you know, that's different for everybody. It depends what your needs and your goals are.
And are people really retiring at 65 now?
Oh, many people retire at 67.
Okay.
Some people are retiring beyond 70. You know, with the last 10 years not being such a great performance in the stock market, we've been through a long bear cycle. A lot of people are extending their retirement. But I hear from everybody all the time, I'd like to retire early. Well, if that's your goal, you're going to have to save a lot more money than you think you are. Okay. And these are great opportunities to save.
This seems manageable. This always scares me when I think about money, but this seems manageable. So we can find out more if we go to Egan, Berger and Weiner LLC, and we can talk to you, Bryan Beatty, with more information on how we can save for our retirement. Thank you for making it not so scary for us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks.
More Let's Talk Live is coming up. Stick with us right here.